worldwide mastermind group of individuals that are highly skilled in different areas come together under one banner, one goal, one purpose, and they unite on that. That's a mastermind group, and they meet every day and they talk. Okay, that's us, International Mastermind Council, which is a group of individuals who have voting rights on subjects. That's us, okay? And that's what we do. So everybody welcome. For the next 20 to 30 minutes, it's a free worldwide lecture, okay? And I'm gonna talk and let's see what happens. Welcome if you're brand new. I'm gonna read from this book called Breathing Truth. It's a book from me a long time ago. Let's go over it, okay? Let's see something. I was looking at it. So many good things, you know? All of them are good, but we're just gonna spark the mind. Okay. This morning, I want you to take a moment and notice that you're alive. Try that. Take a moment and notice you're alive. This sounds obvious, and it is. However, take a moment and notice that you're alive. Now realize that you're going to die. Try that one. Do it. Do it. Don't stand there like a fucking wallflower. That's why you suck at life. Now realize that you're going to die. Get that through your head. Yes, take a moment and realize that death is inevitable. It's going to happen. That body of yours is going to be buried or burnt. Okay? Now ask yourself, how hard have you been trying to please and impress others? And how much importance have you given to their opinions? Take a moment. Do it. Do it. It's written all over your face. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Now look deeper and ask yourself if those people ever did really like you. Go ahead, try it. It's a hard thing to confront. You know all those people's opinions you care so much about? Let's see if they really like you. Take a look. There's more. Look again. Do those people deep inside really like you? Now let this sink in. Notice your breath. Relax your shoulders. You're holding them up. Relax. Take another deep breath, deeper breath. And then relax your shoulders and your whole body again. Just relax. Now, check the time. 10:03 a.m. in Las Vegas. Check the time where you are. Now, decide. Decide is a decision. You have to make a decision. It's a thing you do inside, okay? You don't think about it, you decide. Now decide that your life matters. Make a decision, your life matters. Go for it. You haven't done that. And the opinions of people who don't like you does not matter the least to you. Make that decision. Now make this day yours again. And in that we have two major philosophies from Stoicism, Memento Mori and Carpe Diem is in there. Now, ready? Next one. All of your failures. Think about how many times you failed so far. Just randomly go through your head. How many relationships you failed at, how many jobs you failed at, how many resolutions you failed at, how many sales you failed at, how many fucking times you try to fix your fucking life, you failed at it. Think about it. Okay? All of your failures in life, all of them, put together, do not bring you as much hate from others as do any one of your successes. Now think about if you've succeeded at something. Oh man, what a nice fucking society, right? See all those failures? Didn't bring you any hate. Think about if you succeeded at anything. If you ever got that car, house, girl, body, job, promotion, sale, look around you at that moment. Oh wow, I'm so happy for you, right? They want to stab you with it. Right? One success brought more hate than all your failures put together. Nobody gave a fuck you failed. they felt better about it. What a piece of shit society. Congratulations. Here's a fact that you definitely should be made aware of. Are you ready? I'm going to challenge you with this one if you haven't been challenged yet. Here we go. Although we look around us and we see so many wars and sufferings of the people of planet Earth at our current time, go ahead and do that. Notice the wars and the suffering of planet Earth for a second right now. Come on now, right? Israel and fucking wherever the fuck everybody's going, and right, the ghettos and whatever, right? Human trafficking, child trafficking, right? Some fucked up shit going on, okay? Although we look around us and see so many wars and sufferings of the people of Earth at our current time, you got that? You gotta measure what's going on. Earth, right? Here's the challenge. You're gonna say no inside, but you're gonna have to look again, okay? Earth, right now, it's 2024, by the way. Earth, right now, is the most peaceful it has been in the written history of our planet. That's what you don't know. We are the most peaceful people that Earth has ever had from the time we started documenting Earth. Just so you know, right? It really is true. You'll see in a second. There are less wars right now than there's ever been on Earth. Did you know that? Yeah. There's less wars right now than it's ever been on Earth that we have documented so far, that we can read in every culture. And there are less deaths due to wars in current time than ever before. Planet Earth is right now actually safer than it's ever been. It used to be savage. You think child trafficking was bad? Everybody was being trafficked at some point. It don't matter if you're a child or not. Okay? You think that having a big war is bad? Everybody was at war. Every fucking country, every tribe inside their fucking countries, everybody was killing everybody. Savages. Yes, it's actually safer out there than it has been for any of your ancestors. They had it rough. So well done. And continue to evolve as a species. Still one more. I can't stop on these things. Is it called the human doing? Are you called the human doing? Or is it called the human thinking? Right? Here's a planet of human thinkings. Here's a planet of human doings. Or is it called a human being? This should shed some light on how to live. You're a human being. People do not appreciate what they didn't put in work for to get, right? I'm not going to read the rest of that. And to take someone's life is murder. To take someone's freedom is slavery. And to take someone's property is theft. And it makes no difference who these actions are done by. The moment you take someone's life, it's a murder. The moment you take someone's freedom, it's slavery. And the moment you take someone's property without permission, that's robbery. It doesn't matter who does it, right? Jesus could do it. He'd be a murderer, a thief, and a robber. So could your neighbor, and so could you. These acts, when done to another human being, are labeled as murder, taking a life, robbery, stealing something that's not yours, and whatever else the other one was. An individual, that's me, that's you, has a right by God and by being to defend his or her life, his or her own liberty, freedom is a better word, and his or her own property. Anybody taking any of those, right, is committing murder, theft, or whatever the other thing was. Forgot. Slavery. Well, I wrote some things are in our control, some things out of our control. No, I'm not going to read that right now. Okay? All right. One more. People attack. They attack what they truly desire, but are too weak to get. Right? They attack because they can't get it, so they attack it so nobody else has it. They attack it with words, they attack it with whatever the fuck they do, but they're too weak to go get what they want. So the next thing they do is they attack it like they don't want it, like it's bad, nobody should have it, whatever the fuck, right? There's more to that. People attack what they truly desire but are too weak to fight for. And they praise, hey, good job, and compliment what they don't want but happen to have. I'm just so lucky and I'm blessed that I have a kid or two kids. No, you're not. No, you're not blessed. No, you're not blessed. And worse than you, your kid is cursed. Your kids are cursed having a shitty family, right? Unless mom and dad are together and in good communication, you cursed your child. To stop walking around being so fucking proud of fucking somebody and spilling out a fucking little baby, right? A kangaroo can do it just like you. A dog can do it. A cat can do it. God damn it. I don't know if you know that insects and cockroaches even fucking make babies, right? What the fuck are you proud of? That you had a baby too early and you couldn't keep it together with the other person? Congratulations, right? Congratulations. People attack what they truly desire, are too weak to fight and too weak for, and praise and compliment what they don't want to have happen. This, in actuality, is called slave mentality. And you are surrounded by it in your life. Now open your fucking eyes. Everybody, welcome. All right, we're going to talk a little bit, and we're going to talk philosophy, because I'm a philosopher, amongst other things, okay? And there's philosophers here. And we're going to talk about that. In that, there's something happening today. Something really important, okay? And it's not that there's an election that's coming up. That's important. It's not the next season of whatever TV show you're watching, right? It's not P. Diddy going to jail or not. Something really important is happening today that makes all those things, I like the word trumps, it beats all of them. That's a good name, right? Yeah. That's not bad. If you're Don the Trump, right? Well, you got it all together. You're Aldo. What's Aldo mean in Spanish? Aldo. Come on, it's a name. Aldo. Aldo. Aldo? A-L-D-O. What does that mean? All right. If there's something going on that trumps and beats everything else today, and it's the first news flash when I woke up, right? When I woke up this morning, it was like breaking news all everywhere I looked. Fuck. I went on Instagram, it was breaking news. I went to play the song, it was breaking news. I was like, damn, there's some real shit going on today, and you need to know about it. There's a very important event taking place today, and it's this one. Ready? You get one more day in your life right now. And it's the top headline today. The headline says, you got one more day, right, to do your life properly. And it is the most important thing that happens today. And all of those other things that are happening, they're only in relation to you living your life today. The headline news on all Instagrams is yourself. When you're going through Instagram, you look at other people's pictures, you're actually relating it to you. You could give a fuck about them. Okay? When you hear about the election, you're the news, buddy. It looks like it's him or her or it. You are the news today, right? You're the main topic of your thoughts and emotions today, even if it looks like it's somebody else in your mind. I can't get that girl out of my head. I can't get that guy out of my head. I can't get the money out of my head. It's you that you underline, headline you. Now, if you don't know that, you live your life as if The headline news is everywhere else, and you're just a spectator. And the problem with society is that it's a spectator now. It's a spectator society. You're supposed to sit back and watch others play basketball, others play football, others do boxing or UFC. Others are supposed to make music. Others are supposed to sing and dance. Others are supposed to create art. Others people get famous. Other people get rich. Other people get better looking. You are supposed to watch. And then you're supposed to go and invest some money and buy a ring or a bracelet or some shoes or a shirt, right? That person who supposedly achieved something wears, so that you could be part of them. And if you don't believe that, then just go to any sports arena and watch everyone wear the jerseys of those people, even at home. They're saying, I'm part of the team, because we like to belong to the team, right? We're tribes. So that's in our nature. It's just that if you belong to a team, you contribute to a team, right? You're actively involved in the battle of life. Now you're a team member, right? And you may have a hard day today because you're tired or sick or hungover. Some of you drank like a fucking asshole last night. Some of you are maybe hungover or whatever's going on. But today, somewhere, a professional in their field, whether it's sports, which I think is the goofiest fucking profession. Like, nobody should ever get paid that much to play sports. That's the dumbest shit in the world, right? So sports celebrities should get paid almost nothing, and they should be playing because they have a passion for it. Then we'll see how basketball looks, right? Like, $1 million is not enough for me. I've spoken about this before, but whatever. The point is, your life today is taking place, and you're going through some internal thing. And somewhere in the world, there's a professional. He may be a brain surgeon, right? And he's not feeling good. He has a headache. He has a problem at home or something, right? He could be a brain surgeon. He could be a cop, right? He ain't feeling good today. And those professionals are going to put on their uniform, whatever it is, and we hope and we pray that they can put away their shit and do their job. Because that could be our family member getting brain surgery. That could be our brother, sister, whatever, getting stopped by that cop. That could be somebody we care about, right? In the hands of a professional, right? And the professional inside has all the problems you have. Every one of them. They also get tired. You ever been tired and you don't want to do something? Well, you kind of can't do that if you're going to be professionally doing something. People are counting on you, right? And the difference between a person who claims IMC Nation and is IMC Nation is they take their life professionally. Professionally. And they do the job. Right? And they do it because the job they're doing is very important to them. So they can overcome all the obstacles that stops somebody else. For that reason, or a better wording is for this reason, we are going to respect a professional that's a true professional. But having the name and the title of a profession doesn't make you a professional. This is an internal quality, the way one moves through life and through their profession. So I have a first profession, first post in life, right, is a human being, and yours is the same. And I'm a professional human being. If ever aliens came down and Earth needed 3 representatives, you would do well to pick AZD to go there. I don't care what they're talking about. My life can be analyzed by any life form, from morning till night, through the night, every day. My thoughts can be analyzed, my heart can be analyzed, my balls can be analyzed. Analyze it all. And in the end, whichever life form was analyzing would come to a conclusion that human beings are pretty fucking dope, actually. Because I live my life like a professional. Right? When you communicate to others, you may not communicate professionally. I don't mean, hello, sir, how are you? That's not professional. That's called fake. That's called fake. That's not what I'm talking about. But when you're communicating, you may not be aware that you're communicating, and it's important what you say because nobody's been listening. But somebody is always listening, right? And that person is right there inside. So you could go around and say whatever you want to say, but inside, you're listening. Somebody's listening. And everything that you say becomes law inside. Inside. Your word is law inside. Your opinions of life are your commandments of life. It's not just an opinion. It's your belief. It's the way you go around and interact with everybody. Now I want to teach you something about martial arts and self-defense. Real self-defense is very, very difficult to teach. Nearly impossible. I'm going to tell you why. Because real self-defense takes into account the level of the attacker and the aggression. Let me explain this to you better. If you're at your home and suddenly a van rolls up and 6 guys with masks get out with machetes and clubs and whatever, and they come into your house and they have no problem breaking in. They're going in there to break in. If they find your wife or your girlfriend or your child, they're going to rape her. I want you to get that. They're going to rape them. They're not, she could be nice to them. She could be aggressive to them. These guys, those guys are going to rape. Next, if they find you in the house, they're going to kill you. Do you know this happens in the world? Or do you think it just, again, you're a spectator, right? It only happens to others until it happens to you. That level of strategy of those 6 guys, of the hatred and violence that not only they're willing to do, they're there to do, is nearly impossible to create in a simulated situation. You're going to have to face somebody who literally hates their life and would rather die. You have to face somebody who actually wants to kill you or rape you. We saw a video yesterday. 11-year-old girls playing at the park. This white van drives. It's a white Suburban. It's not a van. And slows down, and the little girl looks up and notices. It's another camera that caught it, right? It's one of these shows. Then the Suburban goes to the stoplight, again, comes back, pauses here. The little girl's 11 years old, playing in the grass, looks up, notices again, goes back. The car has just stopped here for a while because there's a street that goes this way and he has to turn, or this way. Suddenly, and he had timed it. He had timed it so there would be no cars. Suddenly the door opens and this grown-ass man runs and grabs this girl and starts running to the car. He's going to kidnap her. As he's running, she struggles a little bit. They both fall. He only has so much time because if cars go, you know what I mean? So he looks back. The girl goes that way. He runs back in the car, takes off. After he takes off, I'm looking at the camera, at the video, and I see, man, it's taking a long time for a car to drive by. That's why he was waiting there. He's just waiting. There's no car, so he could have that time to do that. Now that is a level of evil and aggression that you have to prepare for, actually. That right there is the proper way to face life today. That if an attack happens to you, it will be a surprise, right? Looking tough, I look tough, I am tough. Carrying weapons and things like that does not make you a target. It makes you an easy target because you're the one they have to take out, and it's easy to do. 3, 4 people could take out one person easily, right? And for this reason, you need a tribe if you're a man, or you are so weak that your life actually doesn't affect any other human being, You're a
Playable character.
non-playable character, NPC. You're just in the background, right? Because you haven't started your life yet. And so nobody gives a fuck if you breathe or not. But just like we did the first one, if you're gonna be somebody, right, then there's gonna be envy, jealousy, hatred, and all that shit coming your way. And the only way to prepare for that is an inner state. Okay? It's a feeling that you are alert and alive, and you're not caught in the screen. You're not caught in anything. You're aware. That's self-defense. Now, humans, they have these social dynamics that allows an attacker to get very close to you. If somebody comes up smiling and shaking your hand and saying, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 very pleasant, they're close enough to kill you. And in the jungle where our teachings come from, nature, no animal gets that close to another animal if they don't know each other at all. Like, it's just impossible, just so you know. Why? Well, exactly for that reason. Humans, your enemy could sleep next to you tonight, right? Literally. And you won't know it. How many girls have been raped by a guy they were dating? Too many. I've known too many. How many guys have been destroyed by a woman that called the wife? Too many to count. It's called sleeping with the enemy, because you never took the goddamn time to smell them, to observe them in their natural habitat, not in the made-up mask to show you something so that they can attack you and use you. Now, we like to think that human nature is kind and good. And it is. It is, okay? But if you end up in jail, in a real prison, that good, kind nature of yours is going to change at some point. The longer you're in jail, you still have a good heart, you're still a good person, but in order to survive in a society of convicts and criminals, you're going to have to move differently. Good. Welcome to a society of convicts and criminals. Go walk right outside and take a look. I'm always surprised when I go into a place and they have security here, right? They have security in Vegas, different places. And I look at that security, I say, motherfucker, you're the most unsecure. You would be the guy that if I was security, I would be watching you. Right? They take thugs and criminals and they put them in these positions. Or you walk into Ross or Marshall's or Macy's, and they have a girl that says security standing in the front with her hands in her pocket like this, chubby, right? Or an old man who's like, looks 75, and he's like, it said security. Hey, is everybody else seeing what I'm seeing? Calling it security doesn't make it security. Calling it your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife doesn't make it that. Calling it your friend, calling it anything doesn't make it that. Right? Calling this a lunchbox doesn't make it a lunchbox. And you look around and the security is that. Then you see the cops. And it's like, whoa. Better watch out for those criminals. They're a whole gang, right? There's good and bad, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying to serve and protect with integrity. That doesn't mean that they do that because it says that, and everyone knows that, right? And a war to free another country doesn't mean you're going to war to free the other country. It means you want oil, resources, or to throw the government away. But I don't know what world you're living in. Because if you just look, you can see it. But if you're not in it and you're a spectator, you can never see it. The spectator never sees what's going on. That's the thing. Only the person who's in the game knows what's going on. Right? Exactly. The next class is going to be right now. I'm going to go into it. It's for men only. It's called Players Club. And it talks about the dynamics of relationships, men and women. Okay? It's a private class. It's a paid class. And we're going to go an hour, and I'm going to give you the dynamics of that. I'm not a spectator when it comes to that. I'm the number one player when it comes to that. Worldwide, hands down. Okay? Nothing can touch me when it comes to that. So you need information from somebody who's not only in it, but is winning all the time. And if you wanted a real self-defense class, then the instructor would have to somehow have the experience of violence himself. You understand? Otherwise, he should cállate por favor, tu boca. Shut your fucking mouth. Okay? Because they don't have the information that's necessary to help you. They give you a sense of false confidence. I was talking to one of my friends last night. He has a daughter, 12 years old, and she got a black belt in Taekwondo, okay? There's no black belt that's 12 years old on planet Earth. You understand that? I just said to you, there's a 12-year-old surgeon somewhere, and I want you to go get surgery by that person. Now, one thing positive, one thing not. The positive part is I told him, your daughter is in a good group because I grew up in that group. I know their organization. They're positive. In a world of all that shit, it's a good idea that your daughter goes from school to a martial arts school with positivity, right? That on the weekend, they have events that keep it positive. They're not pushing drugs. They're not doing shit like that. They do it secretly. I know those people really well. But that doesn't matter. They keep it from the children as much. They should. An adult can do drugs. Just don't be a hypocrite, okay? So the positive part is I said, hey, that's really good. Especially if you're not around. You don't want your daughter fucking after school hanging out with some fucking retards. That's the positive, right? The negative is, he said, well, she's proud of her accomplishment. And I said, she didn't accomplish a black belt. She's probably an orange or a yellow belt in reality, meaning two levels from white belt. If she was my student, she'd probably be an orange or a yellow belt. I know this already. I know this from the bottom of my heart. Now, to be proud of a fake accomplishment is like to be proud of something like that. It's to be proud of your parachute that won't open when you jump. So you can walk around with your little parachute outfit all day with badges, 40 jumps every day, right? But motherfucker, you better never jump because you're gonna splatter. The parachute won't work. And to be a 12-year-old girl that's a black belt, to think you know anything because they taught you how to palm strike or knee or some grappling technique, or you sparred with some chest and headgear and they stopped it because it was point fighting, or I know the whole fucking system. You need to get ready for violence. So let me tell you how I trained one of my girlfriends. She's online right now. She was a cheerleader when I met her. She was 18 years old. At 18 and a half, about 3 months in, right? I was teaching her martial arts. And we were in San Jose, and a group of thugs walked by, girls. One girl was bigger than me. I called her Oso, means bear. Later, I didn't know her, right? And she was wearing a long gray shirt that went down to her knees, Bay Area gangster style. She was wearing sweats like me, black sweats, and just walking like that with two other girls that were smaller than her, heavy makeup, red eyeliner, shit like that, right? Little gangsters, little norteños. The academy door was open. I saw them walking by and I yelled out, hey, come here. Come here. They come in. Who are you? What are you doing? Right? Because when I go into a neighborhood, that's my neighborhood too. They ain't gonna walk around like that in front of my academy, motherfucker. You're gonna introduce yourself. So we start talking, right? My girlfriend at the time was a cheerleader, and she weighed probably 40 pounds less than the other girl, minimally, right? But I've been training her. So this girl, you know, tough girl, there's her little gang. I said to her, she can kick your ass. And I pointed to my girlfriend. My girlfriend's like, oh! Oh, she started laughing. I said, you want to try it? Why don't you try it right now? She looked at her friends, but now I had her ego in check, right? I said, come on, get in. I told my girlfriend, go put on some gloves. She's like looking at me. I said, don't worry about it. This girl comes in. My girlfriend is to her chest level, just so you know. She's a big old girl. And I say to her, how do you want to fight? Punch, kick, wrestle? What do you want? So I want to box. I said, all right, you're going to box her, right? Then I went to my girlfriend and I did what my teacher did with me, right? I went and I grabbed her gloves. I said, trust your training. Move, and you could beat her. You could do it. Then I went to the girl and I said to her, ready? What my teacher would say to challengers. I said, go as hard as you can, but she's going to go as hard as you. Okay? The girl's like this. Okay. They start. My girlfriend gets in a fighting stance and starts moving around like Muhammad Ali. This chick is like, street style, right? Starts swinging. I'm like, oh shit, I hope she doesn't hit her. Right? It was Electra. She's on right now. She was like this. I remember her little ponytail. And I'm like, I'm worried, but I got to keep it cool. Right? Let me tell you what happened. Electra beat the shit out of her. To the point, the same thing happened with me in my training, where she stopped and went like this and started to walk away. I said, no, stay in. I said, hit her to Electra. Hit her. Punch. Go defend yourself now. Now it's real. You can't get away. And I said, go. And the girl was just like this, and then she tried to go hard a couple of times. Now it's over. And bam, 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 like a lighting her up. Right? But when I saw that it was just too much, okay, that's enough. She became my student. Day after day, she brought her gang in, and she would point to Electra and go, she'll kick your ass. Right? She'll kick your ass. Now, I was trained in the violence of fighting daily. So I knew that unless she fought somebody who was going to beat her up, she would never get it. But I did a lot for her confidence after that. We're going to go into relationships and women. And when I say women, I want the most beautiful woman on the planet. I want her attitude to be righteous. I want her to be soft. I want her to not want any other man in her life. I want her exactly the way you would want your woman to be. You understand? I'm not dropping my standards. Okay? I'm going in there and getting that again and again and again and again and again and again. I'm going to share with you how to do that with other players. All right? There should be a link over there. Everybody, see you next class. Os.